this was all about the Akash National Talent Hunt exam. You all know you can register for free on this, and it's a very prestigious exam. Not just to win a trip to NASA, not just for cash rewards, it's for your higher learning, for your JEE and NEET exams as well. So make sure you register it, and the link is there in the description. So guys, make sure you register. It's free. But we are here for the mission midterms. Welcome everyone, the class 7th champions. Hello. And today we are going to cover heat in one shot. Alright. Nice, already registered. I'm good, people. How are you? Let's just get the formalities done. Am I clearly audible and visible to you? Come on, let me know. Come on. First of all, clearly audible, clearly visible. Give me a thumbs up, give me a heads up, and we'll move further. Come on. Thank you. Glad to know you're fine, Aisha. Very good. Samuel, I'm good. Nirav, I think I missed the starting part. It was something big, huh? Oh, it's Korean word. Sorry. Thank you, people. I'm clearly audible and visible, which means we are all set. Take it. So why are we here? We are here to cover the whole heat chapter in one shot. Now, I'll ask you one question. How many of you have gone through the concept capsules of heat, which we have already covered? How many of you have seen that already? No idea. Yes. Nice. Gopi, Ayushi, Apsara, Mahi, Mukesh, you haven't seen, huh? Koi baat nahi. Divit Jyoti, you are here for the first time. Nice. Welcome. You are new. Alright. Okay. So people, why I'm asking this question is not that we'll not cover everything, but you know what? When we had these concept capsule sessions where we covered like 1 or 2 topics in one session, so all those are still there on the channel, okay? On the same channel. Means if today you feel, sir, isme na I want to understand it more clearly, more practically, because in those sessions we did experiments also, we did explore, we did ILEs, we did a lot of things. But today my focus is to finish the whole revision of this chapter in one go. Means I won't do experimentation. I won't do, I would say, a lot of practical or real world things. Today our approach will be exam centric, alright, which means you should help me out, and if you miss anything or if you feel you need more help, go ahead and watch the concept capsules of this particular chapter as well. Okay? We did a lot of experiments in that, by the way. We made a thermometer. बहुत कुछ किया था हमने, right? हाँ. All right, people who are here for the first class, welcome. And yes, make sure you register to ANTHE and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because you know what? This is the mission midterms, and I'm glad you are here today, because today is the first day we are starting the one-shot series for this particular, I would say, the mission midterm series, alright? So, chalo, let's begin. I want your help because I want you to be focused. I want you to be very, very clear in asking questions. Today, I won't take questions which are out of the flow, है ना? Within 50 minutes, I would say 50 to 45 minutes, you have to finish the whole chapter. Means you should be focused. You should only focus on exams, clear learning, and make notes. है ना? Make running notes. Don't worry, I'll give you notes. I'll tell you where you will get them. Let's study heat and let's finish this whole chapter in one go. Okay? Ready? Excited? Come on, guys. Give us a heads up. First of all, give us a heads up. Right, this mission midterm series is there and it's for 45 days, right? In 45 days, we'll target 100%. And that's why we are having these sessions. This is the first session. Don't worry, right? We'll give you notes, we'll give you PDFs, we'll give you cheat sheets, we'll give you doubt solving sessions, which is new, by the way, and strategy sessions, okay? Ready? Start kare, style mein start kare. Let's do it, come on. First question to you. So, Babulal, we don't repeat sessions, we only add something new. Don't worry, hai na? Chalo. Alright, Divit Jyoti, you will enjoy. I'll ask you one question. Do you prefer hot coffee or cold coffee? Cold coffee. Everybody cold coffee, cold and hot both. Huh? Hot coffee. So let me just guess why some are saying cold coffee and why some are saying hot coffee. Because at least in India, wherever you are, or even if you are outside India, if it is hot outside, we usually tend to go for cold coffee. है ना? कुछ ठंडा चाहिए. If it is hot, right? It's summer. It's hot. We want cold, है ना? But if it's cold outside in winters, we want cold coffee. कौन पिएगा? Who will drink cold coffee in winters? I want hot coffee, right? So this is something which we might also do, है ना? ऐसे ही होता है ना? थोड़ा-थोड़ा, kind of. अब हाँ, there are some people who want to go opposite. Sir, आइसक्रीम खाने का मजा तो विंटर में ही है ना? Yes, summers are there in Rajasthan, UP. It's raining a little bit, but still it's there. It's a summer time, है ना? So correct. We all have this feeling of hot and cold in terms of environment, and that's how we go into. Sir, ये cold coffee पीने का मन है, ये hot coffee पीने का मन है. I want to drink this hot coffee and this cold coffee because of the weather, right? All right. But you know what? In our last session, we discussed and we also did one small experiment. Is it a good way that you just touch things and say it is hot or is it cold? No, right? Because our sense of touch is misleading. Why it is misleading? I would suggest you heat concept capsules first session. We did one experiment, है ना? जहाँ पर we put hand in normal water, then hot and cold water. The hands will say something else, है ना? So you can watch it. That's why we wanted something which gives us a very good idea of if a body is hot or if a body is cold. What is this one thing? It is the temperature. All right? Yes. Good evening, people. Good evening, है ना? हाँ, correct, Aisha, है ना? Yes. Nice, Shreyasi. You saw that. इसका मतलब है ना? You know this experience. Yes, you cannot always rely on sense of touch, है ना? Yes. All right. So that's why we wanted some quantity which will just tell us very straightforward, boss, don't worry, there is no ambiguity. You just look at me, I'll tell you if this body is hot or cold. What is it? It's the temperature. So what is temperature? It is the degree of hotness or coldness of an object, right? It is temperature, correct? So how does temperature tell us? If temperature is more for a body, we say this is a hot body, right? So for a hot body, temperature is more. For a cold body, temperature is less. Easy, है ना? Yes? You know this, correct? हाँ, Anupriya, I'll come to this question. It's a good question. Yes. I mean, it's kind of a good question. I understood what you're asking. The wording is not exactly correct. हाँ, all right. चलो, ठीक है. अच्छा, where else we talk about temperature? How many of you had fever? Let me take a scenario, and we have taken the scenario before also. How many of you had fever, and your mother comes to you with a thermometer, a device which we call as thermometer, and she usually puts it in your mouth, and she says, "Oh, you are having fever. You should take leave from school." Sometimes we all wish, काश थोड़ा सा बुखार आ जाए मेरे को, बस आज मैं स्कूल जाने का मन नहीं कर रहा है ना, I don't want to go to school, थोड़ा सा, I want a little bit of high temperature, थोड़ा सा बुखार. Sometimes this happen, no, है ना, right? ऐसा लगता है ना, मॉर्निंग में मन नहीं कर रहा, थोड़ा सा, I want slightly higher temperature, so that mom just say कि ठीक है, you take rest, it's okay, है ना, relax, है ना, ये ली, right? This happens. This boy is Alex. Yes, this boy is Alex. Correct? So this is what happens. But what is the device? Thermometer, correct? We call it thermometer. All right. Now this thermometer, shall I call it just thermometer or should I give it a special name? This one, which nice Nichu's like clinical thermometer. Very good. Nice. हाँ, तब सब मजे करते हैं. How people know about temperature at first time? At first time, slowly we started learning about. You started, है ना, fire जलाने से कहानी start हुई. Slowly, how much fire is giving how much hotness. If I'm getting hotness, how much is my temperature? So slowly, this was learning, है ना. And Kelvin, don't worry. I think Kelvin is one scientist who started research on this topic very early. Moisture and temperature. Right now, there's no link, but don't worry. I know what you're talking about. Evaporation and cooling. Yes. Okay. Yes. Clinical thermometer. So that's why the real, or I would say the proper name of that device, which mom brings us to measure our body temperature is what we call as clinical thermometer. Why, sir? Because it is, I would say, doctor thermometer, clinical thermometer, used to measure body temperature. So construction, another important thing. See, in your exams, this one thing comes quite often. Construct a clinical thermometer, all right? So that's why. Right? So that's why. Clinical thermometer, it has a glass tube, okay? It has a scale. See, glass tube, we all know, there is a glass tube, right? This is what? The readings, the markings, they are all what? They're the scale. Stem. Stem is from where you hold the thermometer, right? That is what we call as stem. Column of mercury. You will see inside, there is a small thread-like thing, right? Silverish thread. That is what we call as the column of mercury. That's not actually a thread. It's a very fine tube, right? Anna? Yes. Kink. Achha, what is kink? Kink is that sharp bend in the bottom. If you notice that thermometer, if you haven't noticed yet, make sure you notice it whenever, if you have this mercury thermometer, a mercury clinical thermometer at your home, notice there is a small bend in the starting. Niveda, don't worry, I'll talk about this, right? So, this is a small kink and this is the mercury bulb, right? Now, so Niveda, one thing, we have done one session on how to make your own thermometer. There I have also explained you how exactly it works, right? Yes. Alright. Correct, hai na? You have seen? Bahut achhe, very good. So mercury bulb is there in the bottom. So this is not actually more like a nose or something. It's a bulb in which mercury is filled. So when you touch this lower part with any solution or anything, the mercury is what? It's a liquid metal. And we all know what happens to things when you heat them, right? They expand, correct? So mercury expands and it has nowhere else to go. There is only this one pipe in which it will rise. So it is based on thermal expansion. So mercury expands, rises in the capillary tube, or you can say this column of mercury. And when the when the atmosphere is cold, so what happens? It contracts, comes down. This is the simple funda of working of a thermometer. Yes, Shresi, that's correct. But the problem is alcohol, you need a bigger scale in that case. Sanju, you are talking about humidity and temperature. They are two separate things. Humidity में क्या होगा? पसीना सूखेगा नहीं. गर्मी जितना है वो तो उतना ही है. पसीना नहीं सूखेगा, right? So I think you got your answer. Humidity and temperature, two separately things. You cannot compare them. Sir, अगर humidity ज़्यादा है तो temperature ज़्यादा होगा? नहीं होगा. Right? Okay. Yes. No, I won't say for bigger scale we have kink. Kink is, why do we have kink? Acha, theek hai. I'll tell you, don't worry. Uses Celsius scale first of all. This thermometer, the clinical one, it uses Celsius scale. There is one more reading you might have seen. Is there one more reading, one more word which usually parents talk about? Bhai, tumhara normal body, your normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. Correct, Ayushi, hai na? Fahrenheit, right? How much is the body temperature? 98.6 degree Fahrenheit, no? Yes, and we should know this. So Fahrenheit is not exactly used, but still in many thermometers you will find it. So it's another scale, hai na? Yes, very good, Abhishek. Mercury invented. Mercury it's a metal, no? Yes. Why we use mercury, Neelam? Okay, I'll answer this. Designed to measure temperature of human body only. So clinical thermometer is designed to measure the temperature of human body only. Sir, why is this? Because you know what? Temperature range is only 35 to 42. By what will you do with this thermometer? Can you measure, I would say, boiling of water? No. Can you measure melting of ice? No. Why? 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius is the only range. And this is why it is kept for human body. But one thing is, human body is 37 degrees Celsius, the normal human body temperature. Below 35, it's not possible, or it's not possible for a living human being to have a temperature below 35 or above 42. That's why the range is 35 to 42. Okay? Nice. Correct, Aditya. Very good. This is what I explained in the last concept capsule. Nice. Niveda, yes, that's different. Alright? So, right? Why do we use mercury? Because when you use mercury, mercury is a very high density. Small bit of mercury is very heavy. Means this thermometer is only this big. Otherwise, water thermometers, alcohol thermometers, they are much bigger. Alright, chalo, theek hai. Next question. The next question which comes in your exams, or which is very much important for you to understand, is how to read a thermometer. Is it easy? Sir, we all know how to read a thermometer. Theek hai, chalo. Then tell me. For 1 degree of thermometer, there are 10 small divisions. Now you can see 35, 36, there are 10 divisions in between. Hai na? You all can see this. What is the reading of this? Chalo, batao. Look at this and tell me what is the reading currently. Acha, Divijyoti, it's okay. Don't worry, this video will be there on the channel. You can watch it afterwards also. What is the reading, guys? Come on, tell me. 36.6. Okay. Aditya is saying 36.6. Blur, huh? Increase the video quality. Shaurya is saying 36.6. Acha, theek hai. I'll magnify it for you. Now watch. Ab batao. So I have magnified this for you. Now watch. Nice, Abhishek. Everybody saying 36.6, huh? You can relate, na? So let me tell you something. It's not different from actually reading a scale, hai na? The small centimeter scale that we have. It's actually similar to that. There are 10 divisions. Means 36 to 37, there are 10 divisions. Alright. I can see 36 and 37 ke beech mein hai. This mercury is in between somewhere. Means 36 to it's there. Plus something. Something what? I'll count. Sir, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This there are 2, 36 and 37. In between there is a halfway mark, right? It is 0.5. So 5 and 6. So there are 6 readings between 36 and 37. Means it is 36 plus 0.6. Means 36.6. Okay. So that's why the answer is 36.6 degrees Celsius. That is the correct reading, hai na? Shreyasi, that's correct. Kelvin is another scale, hai na? 273 plus degrees Celsius. If you do, that's Kelvin. Arey, very good, Abhishek. C by 5 equals F minus R2 by 9. Very good. Yes. Alright. So yes. Conversion, if you ask me, C equals 5 by 9. F minus 32 is how a lot of people remember it. But yes. Alright. Yes. SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. That's correct. Apsara. Alright, people. Temperature ka SI unit is Kelvin, by the way, right? Other units, if you ask me, this is the SI unit. If you ask me other units are degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and yes, alright. Oh, Aisha. People, names is fine, huh? Names is fine. I remember all of you, by the way, huh? Don't worry. Heat is Joule. Yes, correct. Chalo. A question to you. Why it is recommended to shake the thermometer before taking the reading of temperature? We all might have seen this. Okay? If you have a mercury thermometer at your home, first thing you do is, you normally take it out and wash, right? Alright. Next thing we do is, right? You start shaking it down. Why? Abhishek, kind of, but we need more elaboration on this. To do temperature down. Temperature, I would say, again, thoda sa isme wo chahiye clarification. Correct, Ayushi. To make the mercury level down. Yes. To wake up the mercury. Yes. So, important thing is, see, if you are trying to measure temperature of a body, so you want the mercury to be in the lowermost position so that it can expand properly. Let's say you wanted to measure temperature of a body for which the mercury level would have been here, but it is already here and there. Aaspaas hi hai na? You won't see the change properly. So it's important that you should bring the mercury down and then let it allow it to just expand nicely. So why we shake it? So that the mercury should come down near to the bulb, and then if we put in something, it can rise again normally, properly, hai na? So the proper answer is to take mercury to its lowermost, I would say not exactly lowermost position, to bring it down. Just that much is enough, hai na? Lowermost, maybe it can go even low if you just take it to negative temperatures, but we don't do it, right? All right. Yes. Chalo. So that's why you can watch it here. This is the reading, or this is the level of mercury right now. What you did, shake, 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 shake like this, है ना? Then the level came down, right? You know, true. We all have experienced this. This happens, correct? है ना? Earthquake for mercury. Thank you, Aradhya. Right? So this is something we all have done. But why are we doing it? We should also know that, है ना? कई बार क्या होता है हमको पता नहीं होता. You don't know why you are doing it, but you do it because everyone does it. We are doing it to bring the mercury level down. All right? Nice. Yes. Chalo. Precautions while using a clinical thermometer. Right? Precautions while using a thermometer. Wash the thermometer. Not to be held by the bulb. See, all these things, no, our parents have already told us, है ना? All of our parents, they just tell us, be very careful while using mercury thermometer, right? You know, always wash it before you use it. Don't hold the thermometer by the bulb, है ना? Don't hold it by the bulb. Kyun, sir? Why? Why? Nice, Harsh, correct, huh? That's also true. Not to hold the thermometer by the bulb. Kyun? Why? Acha, you are asking why. I am also asking Pavni why. Anyways, I'll answer, don't worry. Because of infection. Bulb, kind of. Nice, Abhishek. It will show our body reading. Right? What do you want? Sir, we want to measure body temperature. But I'm touching. It will measure the temperature of your hand. But all of you know, where do we keep thermometer? Aise, below your tongue. To measure the most exact body temperature, you keep the thermometer below your tongue. But right now, you are holding it from the bulb. Means it is measuring your hand temperature. Matlab kya? You won't get the proper reading, no? And one more thing, it is a delicate part. Stem is stronger. Bulb is thin, it's weak. और अगर यहाँ से टूटा, बहुत मार पड़ेगी. Because I'll tell you why. Don't worry. मार के अलावा भी और चीजें हैं. We'll talk about that also. Yes? हाँ. Nice, Anita. Craft on, it's okay. Yes. Germs is another. लेकिन ठीक है, sir. Even if I wash my hands with soap and then I hold it with bulb, still it is measuring your hand temperature. You want it to measure the tongue के below वाला temperature. That's why, है ना? Okay. Yes. Nice, Harsh. Mercury can leak if the bulb breaks. Ensure that mercury level is below 35 degrees Celsius, and that is why we were doing the shaking, right? The thermometer shaking. This is done why? To ensure mercury level is below 35 degrees Celsius. Level of mercury along the line of sight. Hamisha, whenever you read it, what do? You just wait for 1 minute. You take it out. Then what you do? थोड़ा टाइम लगता है ना उसको ऐसे ऐसे करने में. थोड़ा वो ऐसे ऐसे लगता है. Sometimes it's very thin. Sometimes it's very thick. So we do it. This is the reading, right? That's what we do. Correct? But why do we keep it like this? Why not like this, or why not like this? Why? Parallax. Correct. You are right. Parallax error. What is parallax error? Parallax error is, if let's say this is my reading I want to measure, right? It should be in my line of sight like this. It should not be like this. It should not be like this. Okay? Got it? So this is what parallax is, and that's why we usually keep it like this. Not here, not here, not here, not here. एकदम सामने रखना. Otherwise, you might read plus minus 0.2, 0.3 ऊपर नीचे, right? It will give you wrong reading, है ना? Yes. Yes, correct. Yes, Pavni. All right. Now handle with care. अच्छा, ये handle with, sir, these two things look contradictory. Handle with care and shaking. Shaking. So that is one thing, you know. Our parents, when we were kids, our parents never gave the thermometer for us to shake. है ना? They were afraid why? That while doing this, you might just you might hit it somewhere. And the bulb part and the mercury might leak, right? So that's why. Shaking thing is important. But someone else or someone elder should do it so that while shaking, you don't just strike it there. That's why handle with care. Hai? Shaking gently. Yes. Niveta, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. And don't worry, I'll come to that question. And the answer is also very important. Chalo, theek hai. So clinical, you all noticed, no? Till now, what was there? Okay. Now let me get you one scenario. Yes. है ना? Hello, crazy learning. Alright. Chalo, theek hai. है ना? Let's say this was a teacher and teacher is saying we need to measure temperature of this solution. Bring me a lab thermometer. When we are kids, it happens, no? You don't ask, right? You don't ask exactly, ma'am, kya hota hai ye? So the kid said, lab thermometer. Okay, ma'am, I'll bring it. He went, he opened the cupboard. He saw a thermometer. He saw, yeah, this looks like thermometer which my mother used to measure my temperature, the body temperature, like in fever, hai na? Difference kya? What is the difference? Right? Hai na? Nice, Anita. Good. Thank you, Shisha. Correct, Shaurya. Very good. Nice, Abhishek, Aman, people. Oh, nice. You guys know, huh? You have prepared. Very good. Chalo, theek hai. I'll tell you. This can happen. Because clinical wala to we all know. It's in our homes. But this one, a lab thermometer, is not in our homes normally. Until and unless we are working or we have a small lab or we are using it for something else. Hai? This someone keeps only for a specific use. Apart from body temperature. Nice. So, what is the difference? And I think most of you have given the answer already. Jo lab mein rakha ho. Alright, chalo. See, mercury bulb is there. Right? Mercury bulb is there. Sir, it was there also in the clinical thermometer. You are right. Column of mercury. Sir, it was also there. Okay. Capillary tube. Sir, it was also there. It was also there, right? In that diagram, right? In that diagram, although we did not say capillary tube, but still, the column of mercury is itself a capillary tube, no? Correct? Alright, glass tube. Glass tube is also there, right? It was also there in the clinical one. Stem. Stem is also there. So what is different? What is the difference? Kink is not present. Do you remember in clinical thermometer, there was a sharp bend in the starting. Kink. That seems is not there. And there is one more difference. Nice, Apsara. You have also given this. Here it is from -10 to 110. Sir, in clinical, it was 35 to 42. Another difference, right? With diagram only, you have actually done the differentiation also, right? So, in clinical, to measure temperature of our body, we have clinical thermometer. Laboratory thermometer, we have to measure temperature of an object, right? To measure temperature of an object. Range is 35 to 42, range is -10 to 110. In me kink is present and kink is absent, right? Got it? Okay. Alright. Now what? Now what? Yes. Okay. So what you are answering, Harsh? I'm going to question it now. What happened? The slide is cutting. Just 1 second, guys. It's okay, huh? Guys, can you read this particular heading? You can read the heading, huh? Okay, ठीक है. अच्छा, फिर in the self view there is some problem. Alright. So, while reading a laboratory thermometer. Yes, Dilip Kumar. Thank you. So this is the heading, huh? I thought you are not able to read the heading. That is fine. Alright. Chalo. So this is one image which I usually end up showing you guys when I'm asking you to check which of them is a proper way of reading a thermometer. Now the first one we always say, sir, it's the best way. It is the correct method. Why not second one and why not third one? See, I'm asking this differently. Why not the second one and why not the third one? In second one, there is one problem. Nice, Abhishek. Good. You guys are making my work easier. One is fine. One is good. Nice, Mukesh. It touches. है ना? Harsh is saying measures the glass temperature, touching the container, touching the bottom. Correct. But you don't want that. I want to measure the temperature of the solution. But instead, my bulb is touching the bottom. That is not what I want. है ना? This will, I won't say it will give you entirely wrong reading, but it will give you a wrong reading. है ना? That's why. So bulb is very important part. Bulb should be in contact with only the thing of which the temperature it wants to measure. Fine. ठीक है? चलो. Bulb should be surrounded by, from all sides by the substance. Okay. From all sides by the substance, and temperature must be read by thermometer is in the substance. Third में क्या problem है? Tilted. Again, we only agreed. I want to measure it straight. But now what I'm doing is, it is tilted and I'm measuring it like this. Parallax error will come. No, it's not possible. So it should be straight, surrounded by liquid on all sides. है ना? Yes, it is tilted in third. And if someone asks you, bhai, what is the problem in tilting? क्या problem है? What is the problem? See, height will still be the same, but you are measuring in parallax error will also come. That's why. Yes. Hey, Agrima. Yeah, slightly late, but it's okay. Apsara, that is too very important. So Apsara is saying, do not dip the stem of thermometer in the liquid. If this is the thermometer, she's saying, don't dip it like this. This I'm expecting you all know, by the way, है ना? So this is a blunder. Don't do that. Yes. What is parallax error, you are saying? So in the concept capsules, no, I have covered this with proper experiments and images. So make sure journaling with me. Make sure you watch that concept capsule. Na? इसमें क्या होता है ना? Reading, the exact reading you want to measure, you just end up measuring either more or either less. So go ahead. In that session, there is a small thing. Just you can watch it again. है ना? Yes. चलो, कोई बात नहीं Agrima, not a problem. Nice, Disha. Correct. Oh, hey. Chalo, all right. Adverse effects of mercury. All right. Adverse effects of mercury. Acha, theek hai. So, I'll take you back to 2 points. First point was, I told you not to hold from the bulb. Second point was, while shaking, we should be careful, handling with care. But why, sir? Mercury hai andar. है ना? Even if mercury is spilled, what is the problem? क्या ही है? It's a liquid. It's a liquid metal. है ना? What is? It is poisonous. You're right. Yes. So I'll tell you, mercury itself is not poisonous. Mercury vapors are very, very poisonous. And how? Don't even. So see, you might have seen not to touch mercury. Touching is not harmful, but the problem is the vapors. Right? Small vapors also come, and they are extremely harmful. Deteriorates organs like brain and kidney, impairs hearing and vision, and the problem is it's difficult to dispose of. The moment the thermometer breaks, no, this mercury liquid is just in small no, circular spherical drops. It just spread. अब उसके बाद it's so difficult to get it off. I'm telling you, it's very difficult. So that's why we always say, by thermometer, please make sure you don't break it, because mercury, if got spread, it's very difficult to clean it off. To clear it, है ना? Yes. It's solid, it's liquid, it's a metal, by the way. It's okay, Disha. State of matter of mercury, it's liquid. Mercury is a liquid metal, है ना? It's very dense, 13.6 kg per meter cube. Sorry, 13.6 gram per centimeter cube. 13,600 kg per meter cube. Right? Yeah, it's a good conductor of heat. Ayushi, that's something which we can do, or a vacuum cleaner otherwise. Yes. All right, ठीक है, got it. Chalo, this was one point. Second point was, why kink? Right? And you kind of answered. See, sir, in laboratory thermometer there is no kink. In clinical there is a kink. Why? So this is some point which I'll explain you, which I have explained already in the past concept capsules. Why there is a kink? See, you measure your temperature, right? You keep the thermometer below your tongue. You take it out, and then you just take some time in taking the reading, no? है ना? So in this time, we don't want the mercury to just go. I measured 37, and when I took it out, it went 30, 36, let's say. है ना? It was winters, for example. Let's say it was winter evening. outside temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. I just measured my body temperature. It should have been 37, which was the measurement, and it went like 37 to 36 in just this much time. So you don't want the mercury to just start going down immediately, and that is why you had to shake it, because of the kink only. In laboratory what happens? No kink. But sir, why? What if I take time? What if I measure in a solution, thermometer is there, and I take it out and then measure it? No. That's not how we measure from lab thermometer. How do we measure? Within the solution, you just go and check, right? That's how you use the laboratory thermometer. You don't take out. Nice search, correct. Yes, in body temperatures you have to wait. So you need a mechanism that mercury doesn't fall down, and that is the kink. But in laboratory thermometer, you don't need anything. Why? Because you measure it when the thermometer is in the solution, or wherever it is you are trying to measure. Huh? Nice, Anita. Correct. Prevent the backflow of mercury. Defina. Density of water. Density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. No? Normally. Yes. Niveda, I'm coming to this question. Acha, theek hai. So Niveda is asking about digital thermometer. So now that we all know that mercury ke saath these problems are there, even though it's a very good thermometer, very accurate, it's good, but these are problems with mercury. So we started looking for options without mercury. And you know what? All of you have seen, yes, all of you have seen, at least in past 2.5 years, even if you had not seen this before, in past 2.5 years, wherever you go in this pandemic duration, wherever you go in a mall, or let's say in an airport or bus station or railway stations, somehow you had to travel, we had those temperature guns, we call them, no? You just go and someone, the security comes in front of you, in front of your forehead, they put a gun kind of thing, you go. And what is it? Temperature gun, we call it. So these are what called digital thermometers. Yes, correct. Shreyasi, that is the nascent mercury talking about. This is the mercury metal. It will not cut through your skin. That's true. But it looked like cheating. Yes. So these digital thermometers, they don't have mercury. Yes, they don't have mercury. Digital thermometers, they give you digital readings, I could say, right? They work on it's a very basic principle of pyrometry, right? Radiation, how much radiation, and don't worry, we'll talk about this thing. Yes, they don't have mercury, okay? Maximum minimum is for temperature measuring of the day, like usually in weather forecastings and in these weather channels, they tell you, for Bangalore, maximum temperature was 24 degrees Celsius, minimum was 20 degrees Celsius. So that's how the maximum minimum temperature comes. Okay? Hai? So that is why we use digital thermometers. They don't have mercury. They have electronic circuits, I would say, semiconductors. Alright? But you don't have to worry about that. Just say no mercury. Safe to use, easy to use, accurate also. Okay? Nice. Alright, chalo, theek hai. Let's get back to our coffee. Achha, you might have noticed this. Let's say when I keep a hot coffee outside, after some time it gets cold, right? It gets cold. Yes, sir. If I keep a cold coffee, after some time it gets hot. Harsh, you just took a jump, thoda sa jump before that. Yes, Agrima, correct, hai na? It happens, na? Heat transfer, nice. So, where we are moving? So, my idea of asking this question is to talk about heat transfer. Bhai, heat transfer hota hai. Aisa nahi hai ki if I gained heat, I'm like, I have heat, I will always keep this heat. No. Not necessary. We have ways to get the heat transferred. That is what we call as heat transfer, right? Yes, alright. So, ways of heat transfer. So what is this? Conduction. What is conduction? It's a mode of heat transfer. Heat is what? So it is the energy. Correct. Heat transfer is the transfer of this energy. Correct. Now, conduction is one of the method of heat transfer. Right? Chalo. Guys, very quickly. We'll cover all the 3 modes of heat transfer. Very quickly, hai na? Nice. Chalo. Now just help me out through and watch me clearly. Transfer of heat due to vibration of particles about their mean position. By this mode of conduction, this mode of heat transfer, I would say, it is because of transfer of heat through particles next to next to next. It's like I'm a particle, no? I'm getting heat. So I'll be more like ho 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 hiya, duck, 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 duck. I'll start pushing my nearby particle, है ना? But I won't like just run away. I'll be there. I'll just be more active, more vibratory. है ना? I'll just keep pushing the person near me, next particle. This is how conduction happens. This is how heat transfer in conduction happens. है ना? It is one particle to next particle to next particle. Particles start vibrating more, like this, right? This is vibration of particles. All right. So it is the predominant mode of heat transfer in solids. Okay, right? We all know about this. है ना? हाँ. अच्छा अगला. So we can say if I keep a spoon, and by the way, this is the question I have asked you before also. If I keep a metal spoon in my cup of coffee, if let's say this is my cup of coffee, I have kept a metal spoon in this, right? This is the metal spoon. Heat lost will be because of conduction. Take the heat from this, travel over here, and this is because of conduction. All right. Yes. And this is the conduction in everyday life. We use everywhere. While cooking, gas pe rakhna, ironing, right? This is the hot water bags, right? Yes. Now, in which glass will the coffee get cold faster? In these two, tell me, come on. And yes, don't worry guys, we might need 7-8 more minutes. Right? थोड़ा और सब्र करो और plan accordingly. Yes? हाँ, come on people. Yes. Steel, है ना? Steel. किसी को लगता है पेपर में होगा? नहीं होगा. क्यों भाई? Because steel is special. Then paper. Why? It's a conductor. A conductor allows heat to pass through it. Silver, copper, iron, aluminium. All these are metals, and mostly metals are good conductors. I'm telling you, mostly, है ना? Metals are good conductors. Silver, copper, iron, aluminium. These are all good conductors. Conductors mean the transfer of heat is good, है ना? It's like nicely it will just travel, है ना? Right? So that's why this is a conductor. What is a conductor? Allows heat to pass through it. Insulator क्या होता है फिर? If you talk about one extreme, you have to talk about other extreme. Conductor is good heat transfer, bad heat transfer. Simple. Does not allow heat to pass through it, right? Like glass, plastic, wood, air, and we all know this. Why? Cooking utensils, you have the handles made of wood, rubber, plastic, right? So, है ना? Yes. Yes, bakelite. All right. चलो ठीक है. Next question. When do you feel hot? If you keep your hand above the coffee or sideways? ऊपर के साइड में. Tell me, come on. ऊपर के साइड में. Up or on the side? Above, right? But you are not touching. You are not touching the coffee. Still you are feeling hot. Why? Because of. Come on. Yes, Harsh. Correct. Word. Convection. बहुत बढ़िया. Because of convection. Heat transfer by the actual movement of particles of medium. So this is liquids and gases are predominantly heated by convection. अच्छा ठीक है देखो. Whenever you are recalling convection, I'll tell you easiest way. Heat, है ना? Heat is given. Sir, पहला वाला heat transfer, the first heat transfer is because of conduction only. The air molecules or liquid molecules near to this surface are getting the heat. Okay. They will get the heat, but now the thing is, in solid, in conduction, it was like this. But in convection, it is more like you just run away. The air molecules take heat, they run away. They become light, they go up. And cold ones, they are denser, they come down. क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? What is happening? I gain heat, I become less dense, I rise up. And which is cold, it is more in density, it comes down. So this currents are formed, है ना? These are the convection currents. समझ में आ गया? हाँ, ma'am is giving us chocolates and we are going at the back of line. Nice, Shreyasi. Very good, yeah. This is actually nice. Your call. By the way, Shreyasi has given a good way of remembering this also. Ma'am is giving you chocolates and you are going at the back of the line to just go in the line again to take it. Nice, yeah. अच्छा था ये. Chalo, all right. Nice, Abhishek. Sea breeze and land breeze. So that's why. Based on convection, this was conduction, this is convection, and it is the reason, by the way, we have uploaded shorts also on this, that it is the reason that ACs are placed at the top wall inside a room. People who want to understand it more clearly, go ahead, watch the session. Score booster short is also there. AC ऊपर रहता है. AC is giving you cold air. What is cold? Cold air is denser. It settles down, and the warm air can rise up to be taken up by the AC, make it cold and sent back. Right? है ना? Putting food color in hot water. Right? We have also done this. Convection around us. Chimneys are at the top because of convection. Right? The fire, the flame rises up because of convection. Hot air balloon moves up due to convection. And people who are in the beach, they know this very well, and others have learned this, at least in the books. Dophar ko, in the noon, we say, nice cold breeze. Why? Because of sea breeze. Land gets hot faster. है ना? Yes. Land gets hot faster. Sea gets hot slower. Land is hot. Air above the land is hot, right? Air above the land is also hot. Air above the sea is not that hot. It is cold, I would say, right? So if you compare land and sea, air above land is hotter, air above sea is colder. Hot air rises up, cold air comes to take its place, and then hot air goes like this. And this hot air cools down again, comes here. So you see, it's a cycle in the day. So this is what we call as land breeze. But how it is all started? Because land was getting hot first compared to sea. है ना? Right? And the night land breeze takes place. भाई क्यों? Land was getting hot fast. मतलब it will cool down fast. Whatever things gain more energy fastly, they give also more energy. है ना? So that's why land will cool down faster. अच्छा रात में what happened in night? Land is colder compared to sea. मतलब air above sea is hotter, air above land is colder. Ab warm air rised here, cold air came like this, and this is the scene, right? This is the cycle. This is what we call as land breeze. So in the day, cold air is going from sea to land. We call it the sea breeze. In the night, cold air is going from land to sea. We call it the land breeze. Got it? Yes. है ना? समझ में आ गया? बढ़िया. You will not forget about this. All right. अच्छा चलो ठीक है. But there is still one more thing. Even if I keep my hand on the side, no, I feel very little heat. अब ये क्यों है भाई? Conduction is also not happening. Sir, you said convection is like top, going up and down. Convection is also not happening. अब क्या दिक्कत है? What is the problem? Radiation. Sir, how do we know radiation? भाई, sun, very far. Earth, very far from sun. Still I can just feel the heat. गर्मी लगती है धूप में, right? We all feel hot in the sun, no? Why? There in the medium, right? The रास्ते में, there is no gases, I would say, right? There is no medium. Still you can feel. Matlab, there is some other mode of heat transfer which does not require medium or particles. What is that? Radiation. Radiation does not require any medium. The bodies radiate heat in all directions. If I am there, no, and based on this thing only, we have these infrared cameras and night vision goggles and everything. Because of radiation, every body radiates heat, right? So that's why. Radiation is important, the third mode of heat transfer. Sir, no requirement of medium. Without medium, I can just transfer you heat. That is radiation. है ना? It radiates in all directions. Got it? Alright, Shresi. है ना? चलो. So conduction we covered. बहुत बढ़िया. Convection we covered. बहुत बढ़िया, sir. Radiation also we covered, right? Sir, in everyday life, do we see radiation? Yes. Sunlight के नीचे, है ना? This is radiation. दूर बैठे हैं आग से, साइड में हैं, गर्मी लग रही है, रेडिएशन, राइट? यू आर सिटिंग ऑन द साइड, यू आर सिटिंग फार फ्रॉम द bonfire, स्टिल यू कैन फील द हीट. रेडिएशन. नेक्स्ट, हीटर, रेडिएशन. दिस योर फूड गेट्स हॉट, सॉरी कोल्ड, लो, इवन इफ यू जस्ट डू इट, कितना ही बढ़िया पैक करो, फिर भी ठंडा हो जाता है. रेडिएशन, है ना? यू एक्सपीरियंस इट टुडे, राइट? हाँ, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन, करेक्ट. ना अच्छा मैं बताता हूँ एक चीज और. रेडिएशन इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली heat, it is energy. Acha, light is also a form of energy. Something which absorbs more light is also gaining more heat, right? So radiation and color. Black absorbs more light than white. Matlab black is absorbing more energy. It will gain more heat also. तो क्या होता है? Radiation wise, black will become more hot compared to white in the daytime. Why? It is absorbing more electromagnetic radiation. It is absorbing more radiation, right? So black absorbs more than white. सर व्हाइट व्हाइट क्यों है? क्योंकि व्हाइट सब रिफ्लेक्ट करता है, इसीलिए वो एब्जॉर्ब कम करता है, ठीक है? So it reflects more, absorbs more, right? So if you keep a black and white in the sun, black absorbs more, its temperature increases more. If you keep both of them in the shade, they will cool down. So black, thing to remember, black absorbs more, matlab it gets heated more quickly. In the shade, it will cool down quickly. It will just give off things easily, right? हाँ, बैंगलोर में ठंड है थोड़ा सा. Yes, ठीक है. So seasonal clothing, that's why. In summers, we always like to wear light clothes. क्यों? In the daytime, you don't want to absorb more heat, na? That's why darker clothes we don't wear, huh? Yes. Winter में क्या? मोटे गरम कपड़े है ना? So these are all woolen clothes. Reason for wearing woolen clothes is they have air pores. And air is a good insulator, right? That's why they are puffy. And by the way, this also in the session we have covered very nicely. Make sure you watch it if you have slightly confusion. थोड़ा भागना पड़ेगा अपने को, time कम है, ठीक है? बस 2 मिनट में खत्म कर रहे हैं हम लोग. So 1 blanket or 2 blankets? 2 blankets, sir. Why? Because of the air insulation, right? In between those gaps are a good air insulation. That's why, है ना? हाँ, air is a poor conductor, and that is the reason of igloos also for a lot of things. वो सेशन देखना एक बार हीट का ना, and that I have explained very I would say detailed manner. Correct, Shreyasi, very good. हाँ, air gaps. So people, last में थोड़ा जल्दी करना पड़ा, but you know, right? We have got you covered. Don't worry. If you have any problem, watch the concept capsule session. सब अच्छे से हुआ है, छोटे सेशन है उसके अंदर, right? Make sure you are a part of Telegram. Link is in the description. मैं आपको notes वहीं दूंगा. I'll give you notes in this channel only. So that's why. Come on. And every Friday 3 p.m. I'm coming live. And I would say not just me, all of us are coming live to you, right? So make sure you are a part of Telegram channel also. 14th of August को कुछ बहुत बड़ा धमाका होने वाला है. We don't know what. It's a very important announcement. I don't know what, but hint is this image. Think 7th of August पे will tell you. But last में make sure you like, share and subscribe this video because that is extremely important. Because let's family should grow. Otherwise क्या करेंगे हम लोग, right? We are covering everything. So that's why make sure you like, press this icon, share, yes, and subscribe. People who are new, make sure you are a part of this channel. Subscribe and press the bell icon. You will get to know everything, है ना? Schedule everything. बहुत बढ़िया. Homework आज नहीं है. आज का homework है. Make sure you just take a look at the whole heat chapter again. कुछ miss नहीं होना चाहिए because now we'll go to question. Homework आज नहीं, आज chill मारो. लेकिन इसको revise करो खुद से, है ना? चलो, that's why. Take care and अरे block this guy यार, love chat, what is this? So yes, take care guys and see you again. Bye bye.